Production of elemental metals of the lanthanide series. So I've arranged the elements in a certain manner that will be somehow easier for you to record them. So the elements on the lanthanide series, in the lanthanide series, there are ways of producing them elementally, right? So we are going to look at some equations that produce certain type of the elements in the lanthanide series. So for LACE, this is the equation that you can use to produce them. So in your exams, your professor might decide to um, bring a couple of those elements and ask you to show how they are produced elementally. So you should know that as far as one of these elements are part of those, you should use this equation. So wherever you see you replace by the element, the given element. So you see we have the general equation to be 2mCl3 plus 3Ca, and then 2m plus 3Cal2 into bracket temperature at high temperature greater than 1000 degrees Celsius, right? So imagine you've been given that you should show how this element can be produced elementally, right? So you should have this equation in mind. You just have to know this equation before you'll be able to write I mean, to show how it is produced. So first of all, we have to take lanthanide. Wherever we see we put we have to take Le, lanthanum. So wherever we see we replace by L, right? So 2La, then Cl3 plus 3Ca, giving us 2, there is M, so we replace it by La, because we are showing how this is produced elementally. La is produced elementally, right? So 2La plus 3Ca Cl2. Then you should bring this, depending on your professor, so 1000 degrees Celsius. So if it happens to be PR, this is what you should do. So you just have to keep this equation in mind. Wherever you see PR, you replace it by PR. So a sample question: show by equation how the following lanthanides are produced. So you see we have PR here. You can be given a couple of elements, a lot of elements on the lanthanide series, and be asked to show how they are produced elementally. So you look at the element, depending on the element being given to you, we have a specific equation that you should go about it. So we have PR here. The PR, the only way to go about it here is with this equation. So you just have to know this equation. Wherever you see M, you replace it by PR, then you are good to go. So let's look at the rest. We are going to look at how each of the elements can be produced elementally. So far, the easier way to keep this in mind, the elements that can be produced using this equation elementally, is Lays Pro NDGD. I think it sounds somehow I don't know how to say it, but I think it might help you in that way. So Lays Pro NDGD with this equation, Lays Pro NDGD. So let's look at the other ones, how they can be produced. We have this here: HO, holmium, DY, erbium, TB, TM. So for these elements, this is how you can produce them elementally. So once again, you just have to keep this equation in mind, and wherever you see M, you know that you place it by the particular element. One of these elements, then you are good to go. So you can see that from the question, we have HO there, right? So here, if you are to show how this is produced elementally, so keep this equation in mind. So we are writing 2M. Wherever we see M, we replace it by HO, then F3 plus C, 3Ca, equal 2M here. We are producing HO, holmium, plus 3CaF2 into bracket. MCl is holmium, Cl3 is too volatile, right? Is too volatile. So how do you know the elements that can be produced, elementally with this equation? So I say Hodi Air TBTM. Hodi Air TBTM. Hodi Air TBTM. Hodi Air TBTM. Like the first one, Let's Pro NDGD. So let's look out the third one. I think we have four of the equations. So for this one, European Summit YB. European Summit YB. This is actually samarium, but this is the easier way that I used to record them. European Summit YB. They can be produced with this particular equation. You can see that from the question two, we also have European. Your professor will bring a mixture of the elements as to show how they are produced elementally. So just know the equations off head and the elements that can be produced using that, a particular equation. So here we have to show how European can be produced. So we'll therefore we therefore try to recall this equation. So we are looking at M2. Wherever you see M is a metal, right? European. So U 2O3 plus 2La giving us 2M. We are producing EU, right? Plus LeO3 into bracket M, which is EU, Cl3 reduced to M, which is EU by Ca, right? By Ca. So just know the equation and you'll be good to go. The last one, which is lithium, Pm. This is the only element in the lanthanide series that you can use this equation to produce. So just simple as that. Just know the equation. You can see that from here we have it here. Pm, how it is produced elementally. So just take note of this equation. You'll be good to go. Thank you very much for watching this video. And if you found this video helpful, kindly subscribe to my channel and like it for more content.